Hey everybody, Jim Williams here. JWW on the move. Coming to you from the beautiful paradise of Central Florida. It's Friday morning, March 6th. And we have arrived at the airport. We had a heck of a time getting here. We were blocked off by some police activity, and we had to go around the airport twice to wind up finally getting here. Thanks to my daughter for her amazing GPS skills and her husband Ryan for directing me hither and yon to get here. What a trip. We'll remember that for a while. And here's the fam settled in for the wait for the boarding call. Over on the right there is my beautiful first wife, June. Next we have Ryan, the rock-solid husband of Faith, the rock-solid wife, and the... No, don't say it. I don't know what I was going to say either. Faith has pulled out her camera, and she's taping me, taping her, taping me. I wonder if that goes on to infinity. There we are. And I am being pushed around in a wheelchair because I'm an old man and I can't walk very far. Do you feel sorry for me yet? Everybody want to say hello?
Hello. We made it on the plane. We're on the plane, getting ready to take off in about a half an hour.
Finally on the plane.
Really going to California.
I'm going to Cal. If you're going to California.
Okay, here comes people now, so you need to get it out of the way here before you get somebody's face.
My wife has instructed me to turn the camera off. I, of course, am the obedient husband, and that's what I will do. We landed in Salt Lake City, 30 degrees outside, heading down to our gate. This was the layover stop on our way to Los Angeles. We're riding on the little bumpy thing here. Oh! Seems busier here than it was back in Orlando. Burger King. What's up?
Turn it around and show your pilot.
That's my pilot behind us there. Yeah.
Moving right along.
Yes, yes.
Trusting a woman driver.
You know what you call an iguana with no eyes?
Iguana.
Whoa, you're pretty sharp.
That.
How did you know that?
Pretty neat, Dad. Yeah.
Which thing? Oh, wow. Check it out. If you stopped at all these stores, you could be broke by the time you got to your plane. We still got a long way to go there. War bumps. Excuse us.
Sorry.
This is a long corridor to the next gate.
We started at 41 and we're going to 2.
41 to 2. That's like 39 gates. And lots of shopping. Lots of eateries.
Go back.
Photo op. That's a scary crew. Garbanzo. Starbucks. Adam would be proud. Lego my Lego. Don't know if you can see the snow-capped mountains or not. I can't get it to zoom in for some reason. Have to settle for this shot. Those mountains have no snow. These mountains do. There's my lovely wife.
Yes.
You enjoying the trip so far?
Yes, in Salt Lake City, 30-some degrees weather.
Yep.
Kind of chilly. It's good we're not outside and we're just passing through snow over there on the mountains.
Yep.
Look how foggy it is on those mountains over there.
I think that's actually snow falling over there.
Could be.
They said it was snowing when they were flying in, and said it was about 30% visibility or something like that.
Pretty
I was expecting it to be snowing on the ground, but it's not snowing on the ground.
No.
There's the ground crew hard at work down there. June brought a book to read on the flight from Salt Lake City to Los Angeles. Nothing is wasted.
True story.
Of hope, forgiveness, and finding purpose in pain. Pretty good book.
It's advised by a dear friend that thought it would be a book for me to read at this time in my life. So far it's good.
There you go. I, on the other hand, did not bring a book. I will simply be looking out the window at air.
Exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we get ready for takeoff, please settle in. And from all of our crew, we appreciate you and thank you for flying with Delta.
The captain said that they are coating the plane with anti-icing material because we're going to be flying up into a snowstorm when we first take off. That's good. That's a good thing. Anti-icing coating, that's good. Taxiing to the runway now. That's what they're doing. Coating for the icing, de-icing coating. Okay, we're down here at the end of the runway, getting close for takeoff. Look at those beautiful snowy mountains. Oh, I think they're coming over here to do our plane now. I thought that's what they had already been doing. I was mistaken. De-icing the wings and the plane. moving out into the traffic. Wonder what those spiky looking pyramids sticking up in the air are. Spiky looking pyramids.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain speaking with an update on our progress to Orange County. Looks like everybody has decided to depart Salt Lake on the same route, and that's got ATC a little concerned. Can't occupy the same space at the same time. They have a 12-mile separation between all the departures. There's 2 ahead of us here. There's a couple on the other side of the airport, also on the same departure. So it's going to be just a few minutes before we're airborne. Still looking at an on-time arrival into Orange County despite all that. Meanwhile, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened so we can launch appropriately. Thank you.
Those vehicles, the big trucks there with the yellow arms, those are de-icing machines. There's a driver in the cab of the truck, and then there is a employee person in the yellow capsule there. They de-ice the wings and the body of the planes if there are concerns about icing on the flight out. There are those beautiful snowy mountains I was trying to get a picture of from the terminal. Okay, finally our turn to take off. Wonder what happens when you hit 88 miles per hour and the flux capacitor kicks in. Up and away. Goodbye, Salt Lake City. Banking to the left. More snowy mountains in the distance. I wonder if that is the Great Salt Lake. I don't really know. Could be. I do know that a 4-lane highway goes around the Great Salt Lake, and I see a 4-lane road down there. Banking left again to go south to California. Got a little in-flight snack here. Diet Coke and some Biscoff with a Delta logo. Delta is ready when you are. What'd you get, baby doll?
Coffee, cookie, coffee. Let's get
same thing I got.
It's good coffee.
Above the clouds, the view is definitely different. I wonder what mountain range that is. We're 25 minutes from arrival. See that very well, but is that a grate? A grate? Wow.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the cockpit, your captain speaking. We're about to commence our initial approach and descent into the Orange County area. Should be on the runway in about 30 minutes. With a few minutes worth of taxi time, looks like we'll be pulling up to the gate slightly behind schedule, about 12:30, 12:35 local time. Latest weather conditions in Orange County, they've got gusty winds out of the north, partly cloudy skies, and a temperature of 75 degrees.
I know I keep saying that we're flying into LA, but in reality, we're flying into Anaheim. Flying over the snow-capped mountains now. Snow-capped mountains right below us. And all around us, really. A cargo ship. Looks like another one out in the distance there. Okay, we're banking back around now to get back to land. Anaheim, California. I think Anaheim is part of the greater Los Angeles area, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check that out. Any of you from Anaheim /LA/Hollywood can confirm any of that? I remember out here once when I was with Adam and we went from LA to Anaheim. I just was remembering that it was like driving from one little town to the next. Here we come. Here we come. We're just about on the ground. Look, look, there's airplanes over there. Look at them airplanes. Here we go. Touchdown. We've landed at John Wayne Airport. There's my sweetheart sitting at the foot of this massive statue of John Wayne in his iconic cowboy pose. Hi, little lady. Can I help you? John Wayne Airport. John Wayne Memorial Association. List of donors who contributed to this statue and memorial in 1982. John Wayne Airport, Orange County, California, dedicated September 8, 1990. Going for the rental car. Sanford and Son. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining me on the airplane flight here to Southern California. We're going to do some running around, do some other videotaping, but I'll put that in the next video. That's it for today. If the Lord wills, we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.